Alright guys, day 2 on Test Your Preps. We're getting it started with some coffee and breakfast. So the other thing, we used propane yesterday, but propane's going to run out eventually. So today, we're going to be going off of just wood and the hobo stove. Y'all saw me make in a previous video. But I didn't go ahead and prep my wood. I might say it's already cut, I prepped it. But I didn't put it in a watertight container, so it got rained on. It's a little slow start this morning, but still, we'll make it work. And when you're starting to fire off like this, especially if the wood's a little bit wet, having a nice little fire kit with some petroleum jelly really helps. And I got a previous video you guys can go back and watch, show you exactly how I made this. Vaseline and cotton ball. Vaseline is going to be the fuel, and that'll help get our fire going even though it's a little wet. Get more on there. Just going to put the Vaseline kind of toward the bottom there. Got my little pile of sticks ready. That hobo stove directs that air. You see how much it took off as soon as I put it there?
Yeah, I did. Okay.
The Vaseline and cotton balls worked. It got it back going pretty quick. So it's been just over 5 minutes, and the hobo stove has got my coffee water good and hot. Okay, 2 things just learned. When you use your hobo stove, you get some cool little coat hanger griddle marks on in the soot on the bottom of your cookware. Also, I thought that the handles on these were like some, silicone rubber that was a high temperature, and apparently not. It started burning pretty quickly. Yeah, 2 things I learned at breakfast. Oh yeah, I think it's boiling. Let's see. Yeah.
In this corner it is. Yeah. You really see it.
Oh yeah. Again, Amy, Ashley, thank you for the main entree for breakfast. Martin Midlife Misadventures. Go check them out, guys. Alright, as per the instructions on the bag, I gotta let the Mountain House sit for a few minutes. Gives me plenty of time to fry up some Spam. So I made the mistake yesterday of not putting anything away, and wood was wet. It was a little hard to get the fire going. Not gonna make that mistake again today. So just throwing everything when I get it split into here, and I can take and cover it up. So today I'm getting my money's worth on testing my preps. As you can see, I've got my little hermit hut to cook in. Beans just got started, a couple hours to go. Kind of jealous that it's going to be like a 1-second transition for y'all. And a couple hours of me sitting here babysitting the beans. I'll see you in a bit. It's been an hour and 15 minutes me babysitting this, stirring it every couple minutes, and just tested, but I'm going to do it again. You guys can see there on camera. So, these are just black beans, cheap off-name brand. It's been an hour and 15 minutes of me babysitting this hobo stove in my little makeshift hut. Oh yeah, they're ready. So, That was a cup dry of beans and rice, or not rice, excuse me, of beans. And it took me an hour and 15 minutes to cook on the hobo stove.
But you soaked them overnight. Did you tell me you soaked them overnight?
Oh, yeah. And I forgot to mention, that's after I soaked these beans overnight in a jar of water. If you were just pulling them out of the bag dry and going to cook them, it'd probably take a lot longer. A quick tip for you guys. All right, everybody. Day 2 of Pours, Preps, and Projects. Test your preps. And had a couple big lessons from today. 1, the Mountain House biscuits and gravy. Awesome. Again, thank you to Martin Midlife Misadventures. Appreciate that. And 2, I think the biggest lesson from today, how is your cooking setup? Are you able to cook outside in the rain? If your setup is outside, because I wasn't thinking about that and had to throw a tarp up real quick and move my hobo stove and bricks and a chair, and sitting down there for an hour and 15 minutes babysitting the hobo stove and the beans. It doesn't feel great on the back, to be quite honest with you. I would have much preferred a set up on a table, something I might consider in the future. But yeah, again, the whole series about test your preps. Another thing, didn't have any rice today, and excuse me, I have black beans instead. That's another staple for preppers. Well, it's hard to get your calories in on just beans or just rice. Throwing a meat in there like corned beef or Spam, which I had corned beef and black beans for dinner, and sorry, I forgot to record making the corned beef. Anyhow, it definitely helped out the calories a lot. Today I was at 1,885 calories, as opposed to yesterday's 1,210. Breakfast this morning, and I didn't think about the time it would take to cook the beans. I let them soak overnight, and it ended up taking me an hour and a half, or excuse me, hour 15 minutes to cook the beans. And I really ended up skipping out on lunch and just had a really big dinner. So something to think about as well, how much time you're going to sit there and cook your beans or your rice. Recommendation, think about your cooking setup as a prepper, because weather, the rain, if you're not set up to cook in the rain, are you going to be outside in a rain jacket trying to cook your food, trying to keep a fire going? And are you going to be doing good trying to fry Spam or canned ham or corned beef on a skillet in the rain? Big lesson from today to think about, your cooking setup. So get out there and test your preps. I'm Tyler with Pours, Preps, and Projects. Have a nice day.